How's everybody doing? Hopefully having a good one. We're gonna just jump straight into it because I'm excited to escape this room, especially because June is acting a little weird. Plus, like I said, we're a little earlier today because I need to end a little earlier today. Got some important meetings to get to, but definitely wanted to play this game without a doubt and say hi to everybody because I miss you. Alright, so from here, well, I couldn't go in there then. Okay, so I can't interact with that, so I need to go to the other one. Whoops. Oh, you can't click from here? Bummer. No, stop it. Nine. So we're gonna go with their bathroom. Has the same style tiles. Haha, it is missing this. There's a curtain rod along the ceiling. Let's put the shower curtain on these hooks. Let's try spreading. I can already see there's something on it. There's a hole. Wow. That's a pretty obvious peephole. Somebody's really dedicated. Well, with a hole that big, you gotta wonder if they maybe wanted to get caught. So, you're saying maybe the one who spied was into that? What is this game? I'm gonna have to, like, slap my friend for suggesting this game. Maybe they were into, like, those home invasion fantasies. Home invasion. Interesting. I see. You two are real idiots. You know that? Is that it? This is the bathroom wall. The whole wall is covered in these square tiles. Now can we open this and see what happens? Let's try spreading the curtains. Yep, and see. I see two lines going down in a square. There's a hole in the curtain. If I look at it from a ways back, I can see a single tile. From here, I can see what tile it is. Looks like it's 5th from the top and 3rd from the right. Junpei, if you miss her so much, you don't have to keep coming back. Lotus! Psh, no, that's not what this is. I'm just being like a bridge between the two rooms. Uh-huh. You just keep telling yourself that. Now get out of here and go help June. You little punk! So 5th from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3rd from the right. Here it is. Yeah, this one's loose. I think I can get under this with my nails and... Yes! It's another 1. Okay, so I have 2 out of 4. Which... There's nothing in the display case. The drawers are empty too. What do I have else that's locked? So we're missing 1 from there. Hey, Junpei, that tile you've got. Gotta love how my vids with useless random tricks or discoveries get more likes and views than the useful stuff and speedrunners that put effort in. You gotta understand, everybody is here in life for the maymays. So if you don't have maymays, it's just not worth it. It's also because it's easy to... It's really easy to just... Like, it's really easy to mindlessly do that kind of stuff. So, never forget that. You think maybe you're supposed to put one of those in the empty spaces? I mean, the pattern does kind of look the same, doesn't it? He's right. I think so too. But if that's the case, you're gonna need to collect all 3 tiles, right? Don't you think we should collect all of them before you start putting them in? No, I actually don't, but whatever. Did I look in her pot? Looks like a valuable vase. Empty though. Seems to be a room to the left side of the vase. Oh, I can open this one. Well, this is a display case. Check it out. There's plates and shit that look really expensive. You want to take a look? It's locked, isn't it? Let's see if the candlestick key will do anything. Yes! It opened! Oh, right! Pull that shit open! This vase looks pretty expensive. I need the tile. This tile. I think I've seen it somewhere. Yeah, I know. Kinda looks like the one we saw in the other room. Yoink.
Hey, Junpei, you got a minute? Here, take this.
A bookmark? What is this for? Do you want me to read a book?
It's a 4-leaf clover. Or, yeah.
I found it in between some of the cushions on the sofa. Pretty sure it ain't gonna be any help to us, but I figured we might as well hang on to it anyway.
Can I give it to Clover?
Then why don't you hold on to it?
You know what I hate most in the world? I got 4 things. Hope, faith, love, and luck.
Thanks, Junko.
Hope, faith, love, and luck?
Damn straight.
And you hate these things?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Not really, but what does a bookmark have to do with any of that?
Well, see, each leaf on the 4-leaf clover has a meaning to it, okay?
Hope, faith, love, and luck by chance?
And that meaning is pretty much those 4 words. It's like flower language. Well, I guess it's not a flower, is it? So, leaf language, I guess? Yeah, you could call them leaf words.
I feel like this is foreshadowing something very important in the future.
Leaf words. Hope, faith, love, and luck. The meaning of the leaves on a 4-leaf clover.
Also, I've never heard anybody do that before. The Elephant Pong vid, one of my favorite vids to make, got 6 thumbs ups in 3 months, and my latest one, which is 24 hours old, didn't even post it to the Discord, has 7 already. What? That's... To be fair, part of the thing is, like, the more you play, or the more you make, the more people automatically come to view and thumbs up stuff. So, like, older stuff always does worse than newer stuff. Like, almost always. Especially when you're growing a channel, or you have a relatively new or empty channel.
So, yeah, I want you to take it, okay?
Okay.
Just touching it gives me the creeps.
So Santa gave me a gift.
Take the damn thing, all right? Here.
I'll take it. I'm not a monster, I'll take it.
Alright, sure. I'll take it.
Oh, man, I feel a lot better now. That thing was a real pain, you know?
Do you really hate those 4 words that much?
Yeah, well, they can all betray you, you know?
That seems oddly specific, like you're coming from a place of anguish.
Hope, faith, love, even your destiny. Well, that's not my only reason.
What?
That's not the only reason I hate the 4-leaf clover.
Okay.
I just can't bring myself to like the number 4.
What, worried about the 4 horsemen?
Nah, come on, man. That's just silly. Maybe back in the Dark Ages that kind of crap scared people. But this is the 21st century, and I'm a 21st century guy.
Who apparently doesn't like shirts.
I'm a little insulted.
Then why do you hate 4 so much?
'Cause it's a half-ass number.
What did 4 ever do to you, man?
Not the best or the worst. That's why.
Doesn't make any sense.
What?
9 is a way better number. So what if it's last place, right? At least it's not some lame-ass middle number.
What?
What are you...
You play?
play?
So that's not a thing with
You
gambling?
mean like gambling?
Yeah, of course. What else would I mean?
Anyway, not like I do it for the views, I'm a bit puzzled. No, I understand. I 100% understand. If you go and look at my videos for Danganronpa, the only videos that have comments on them are like random ones in the middle. 1 second, I have to take this call. Sorry, that was my mom telling me that it's raining again because I was complaining that it wasn't raining. Because I love rain.
In Baccarat, the best possible hand totals 9. They call it Le Grand. But the lowest, most worthless cards, the zeros, they call Monkey.
Just like the guy in charge of this game, huh? Zero's a monkey.
What? Oh man, you're totally right. The guy who trapped us in here sure is one hell of a monkey.
You know, if you think about it, the nonary game is really a lot like Baccarat. Of course, it doesn't use any of that stupid digital root junk.
Then it's... Hold up. How... It's totally just like Baccarat, because it uses the numbers 0 through 9.
You just drop the tens digit, and that's it.
On a more positive note, I can now give people head pats. Oh my gosh! I love it. I don't know who Lei is, but they have a great emote.
Still, it does have the same idea of your final number needing to be a single digit.
Oh, yeah, I guess you got a point.
And in both games, whoever has 9 wins.
The person who makes 9 wins?
Wait, did you forget already? Don't you remember what Zero said?
Yeah, we have to go through a 9-door, idiot. Stupid
It is
MC.
hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out.
We're not listening to that again.
So, if we want to get off this boat, we have to make a team whose numbers have the digital root of 9.
Which... Can we right now? I don't know if we can.
And only the people in that team are going to make it out alive.
Of course. That's why it's called the nonary game.
What?
Huh?
You don't know? Nonary means something derived from 9 or base 9.
Is it actually pronounced nonary? Lele is super comfy VR chat streamer and she streams 10 to 13 hours. Holy crap. That's pretty cool. I'll have to check her out sometime. I've never really been super into VR chat, but if she's got an emote that cool, I might have to check it out, you know?
It's derived from the Latin prefix nona, which means 9. While we're at it, the prefix for 1 is uni. You know, like the unicorn, the horse with 1 horn. 2 is bi, like binary. Binary means composed of 2 parts. 3 is tri. I'm sure you've heard that one plenty. Like trio, triple, and triangle. You get the idea.
In about 3 hours for you. Unfortunately, she starts at 2 a.m. my time in about 3 hours. Well, today I won't be able to check her out because I'm clearly doing some stuff, and that's why we're starting early to begin with. But it's good to know.
After that, you have quart, quinti, sext, septum, and so on. And of course, the prefix for 8 is octo, like octopus. It's called that because it has 8 legs. Get it?
How dumb does she think I'm just like the biggest idiot in the world?
I see.
Apparently Junpei is.
So then Nona means 9.
So, how many of us are trapped on this ship?
That'd be 9.
And what are the bracelet numbers we have?
1 through
They
9.
go from 1 to 9.
And our time limit? How many hours did we have?
9.
Zero said 9 hours.
And finally, to get out of this ship.
Door number
We
9.
need to find the door with a 9 that's hidden somewhere in the ship.
Did they get... Hold up. She can't seriously be the only one who connected all those together because those are brutally punch you in the face obvious. And also the name.
By making a team with the digital root of 9.
And there you have it. The number 9 is everywhere in this game. He's got a real theme of 9s for this whole thing.
Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. What? That's amazing.
No wonder it's called the nonary game.
Did someone say Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker? I think someone said Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. Gotta get those old school memes. There's a tile in the frame, so I guess I'm supposed to put the other tiles in the empty spaces. Alright, I'm gonna give it a shot. Oh. Oh wait, no, that one was correct. Yeah, I did it. I don't know what I did, but I did it. Do you see anything in this picture? Because I don't. Whatever. I did it. The picture complete, and there goes the frame. What's this? What do you mean, what's this? Pretty obvious, isn't it? It's a hole in the wall. Like a hidden safe or something, you know? Anyway, let's take a look. I see a Rorschach test. I mean, you're not wrong. Anyway, let's take a look. I think there's something inside. Hey, it's the Mars key for the door.
What's the deal with this picture anyway?
I think I've seen this picture before.
Hey, Lotus gives us the answer we've all been wanting.
Where?
In a book. There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake. He has a rather interesting theory.
Okay, who is this woman and why does she read random books about a biochemist?
I saw this picture in his book.
What's this interesting theory?
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Man, I can't deal with this. Just listening to you talk about it is giving me a headache.
Stop being whiny. Go away.
It's not a difficult concept to grasp.
Stop being condescending. Go away.
In essence, he states that the shape of living organisms and their behavioral patterns are transmitted through a field not visible to the eye.
What part of that isn't difficult, exactly?
He doesn't have a bad point.
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
Telepathy?
Yes, telepathy. Well, perhaps not exactly telepathy, but it's close enough for a simple approximation.
Okay, I really would love to know what on earth she's been studying her whole life, because clearly she reads a lot and knows a lot about some very peculiar subjects.
Are you serious? Telepathy? Who do you think we are? Kids from the 70s? I can't believe someone would actually do serious research on something like that.
Yes, I agree. I read the book, but I can hardly say I understood it. I'm in no position to defend or condemn anything it said.
I have respect for her because at least she says, I don't get it, so I'm not going to say anything about it, positive or negative. More people should be like her. So far, she's not actually that bad. She's just knows a lot about a lot of weird things. I don't know who she is.
It was probably just someone latching onto a statistical outlier from some study and turning it into a ridiculous theory. There's no scientific merit to any of it, I'm sure. But even so, Anyway, I saw a picture like that one in his book. Hey, what do you think this picture looks like?
What do you mean? Isn't it just like abstract or something like that?
Hey.
It's just black and white scribbles. There's no meaning there. That's it.
No,
What
it's a
about
zebra.
you, Junpei? Does it look like anything to you?
It's a zebra.
I guess it looks like...
A man's face, a butterfly, koi, a dog, a small boat floating in a lake, the Funyarimpa. See, the problem is, I know the answer is Funyarimpa, but I don't know what that means. But I'm still gonna pick it anyways.
A Funyarimpa. See? I mean, this totally looks like one. Here and here.
What the hell is a Funyarimpa?
Oh, maybe that's not actually the answer.
What do you mean? What the hell is a Funyarimpa? You mean you don't know?
My friends are such trolls.
How the hell would I know?
How could you not know? That's practically blasphemous.
Oh my god, I literally had this exact conversation with my friends. Because they showed me a picture of the Funyarimpa because they knew I was going to play 999. They're like, you need to know what a Funyarimpa is. And I'm like, what is a Funyarimpa? And they literally said those exact words. Probably because they were memeing me way too hard.
Oh, say you're sorry. Apologize to the Funyarimpa. Goodness.
Oh my gosh. Literally word for word.
Junpei, are you just screwing around?
My friends are the biggest trolls.
Forget it. I'm just gonna tell you. This is a dog. See? Like this.
Oh! It totally is a dog.
Now we know what it's a picture of, but I don't see how that helps us.
That's a good point.
A TV show from Great Britain did an experiment once. They took two similar pictures. Both of them were difficult to identify, initially. But once you figured out the answer, you couldn't see it as anything else.
I mean, she's not wrong. I now can't... I can't unsee that.
These two pictures. The first was a woman wearing a hat. The other one, well, to make it easier, Let's just say it was this picture of a dog. So, their experiment. First, they sent the picture to other parts of the world outside the reach of British airwaves. To Ireland, the US, Africa, Europe, etc. Then, in each country, they gathered a number of test subjects, roughly 1,000 people. They were shown the two pictures and asked, what does this picture look like to you? The results weren't really interesting on their own. 9.2% of them saw the lady in the lady picture.
I would have never seen that.
3.9% saw the dog in the dog picture.
Which is funny, because to me that looks more like a dog, because I saw the legs when I first looked at it.
2 days later, they aired a new program on their show. During the 30-minute show, they broadcast the dog picture and its solution. The audience was estimated to be 200,000 people. After the broadcast, it was a safe bet that the number of people who knew the solution to the dog picture was at least that many. After another 2 days passed, they gathered more research subjects from areas outside the reach of British TV and radio. This time, they only found a sample of roughly 850 people. Naturally, none of them had participated in the first test.
Also, I'm really curious if this is a real test, because I think that would actually be really, really cool.
They were, however, given the same test and the same 2 pictures. The results were startling. 10% of the people saw the lady in the lady picture. The previous test sat at a 9.2% success rate. Not much of a change statistically. The dog picture, however, produced a very different result. The percentage of people able to successfully find the dog, it went from 3.9% to 6.8%, a very significant increase.
Yeah.
So do you understand? Do you realize the significance of this experiment? There was no way the second group could have seen the picture. They lived far away from Britain and couldn't have seen it. But even so, it was only the success rate for the dog picture that went up.
Statistically significantly went up, but yes.
Why? How did that happen? What does it mean?
I mean, you only did it once, so I'm not sure if that actually counts as a real experiment. Like 50% sure that's not how that works.
Does this have something to do with that field, or whatever it was that you were talking about earlier? A field not visible to the eye. So, if more people know the answer, then that information will pass through the field. Huh.
Psych! I was just kidding. You really shouldn't take me seriously.
You punk!
Well, I mean, the things I just told you about are true. They really did happen. But the results of that experiment really aren't anything to go by. They could have easily falsified them.
Psych! You little punk.
In the end, I'm sure they were just in it for the ratings. They are a TV station after all.
I'm actually mad.
Right! Man, I gotta admit, you had me there for a minute.
Shut up, Santa.
I, really thought you were serious.
Of course not. Like I told you before, I'm sure it's all just pseudoscience.
Oh, okay, right.
He still believes in it.
All right, enough nonsense. We've got the key. Let's get out of here.
See, the funny thing is you could literally never do that anymore because of the way the internet and television works. Just because of the internet, you can single-handedly never do that again without it actually being... Like, people will see it.
Word.
A field not visible to the naked eye.
The Funyarimpa.
Morphogenetic field.
The Funyarimpa. Nope, it's always gonna be the Funyarimpa, don't care. All right, let's go into the hallway. I'll go get June. You guys head to the door. Okay, roger that. Yes, and unlocked. Good job, Junpei. Floodbot, guess who's gonna drown if you keep talking? Yep, you. Keep moving. Hey. Good, now we can get going. Come on, what are you guys standing around here for? Let's get out of here. Come on, Jumpy, let's go. All right, let's go. You found it! 10 out of 10. Would escape again.
Ah, another hallway.
That's the other side.
Come on, open!
It's not going to open because you rattled it, you know.
Damn it!
Look over here!
Elevators. And the buttons? Of course they don't work.
Of course.
The power must be out here too, just like by the staircase.
That leaves this door. Well, looks like we don't have any choice.
Yeah.
Sure does.
Well then, let's open it.
All right, here I go.
Dun dun dun.
Oh. So it's a kitchen.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
What were you expecting?
Isn't it obvious? The exit. I was hoping this would be the way out of here.
You really think it'd be that easy?
Sorry, actually, because of that floodbot thing, I can't get my like out of my head the idea of getting 9 random people in a Twitch chat to be thrown into the actual Twitch game. Like, so it'll pick 9 people from there, and then from there, like, the Twitch view is them from top, them trying to escape. Like, I want to see an escape room that has people working together on Twitch. Like a Twitch escapes the room kind of game. But I don't know how you would make it with enough randomness and enough puzzles for it to be changing every single time they play, but also still entertaining for everybody to watch, but still want to get into the gameplay because they didn't spoil everything for themselves. Sorry, I just tangent, but that seems really, really fun and really cool, but I don't think it's really feasible right now.
Yeah, I know. Still.
Has anyone ever made a multiplayer text adventure game via IRC? Oh, heck yes. There's a ton of IRC text adventure games, especially multiplayer. If I'm not mistaken, there's even technically kind of a Twitch Plays one that's kind of like that, but it's everybody does it together, as opposed to, and it's also done by Democracy.
If we can just get through this door, we should come out on the other side of that grate we saw earlier.
But don't we need a key for that? Why was that not voice acted?
Good.
Sorry, I guess that wasn't very constructive.
Anyway, let's take a look.
Hey,
What's that?
Huh? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you.
Oh right, we never told them I got a
I
map.
found this a little while ago. It's a map of the B deck.
let me see that. I knew it. See? Look.
Yes, hold your horses.
What did you figure out?
This is handy.
See? We came in here. Now if we go out there, then we'll be on the other side of the grate.
Ah, yes, I can see you pointing at this map. It's so obvious. Everything makes sense now.
How about
Oh,
that?
hey.
She's right.
It actually
We can
does.
get out through there.
Well, that's awfully conveniently labeled. So that was where we were just now. Does that mean they're in this way?
There we go. Here, you can have it back.
Thanks.
There's a card reader on the right side of the door.
And that means the key card is somewhere in here, right?
That seems the most likely.
All right, we know what we need to do then. Let's get moving. First off, I say we split up and look for clues.
Okay.
Thanks, Shaggy. Or Freddy. Wait, did we really immediately jump from one escape room straight to the next? That's actually kind of awesome. Seek a way out. Dun dun dun. Okay. I think there are 15 of those plates. I'm assuming they're for seafood. How the hell can you tell that? They look just like any other plate from a 99-cent store. If you ever take a lady out to dinner, you're gonna embarrass yourself. You found it! And I answered Funyarimpa, and now I finally understand what you guys are talking about. I feel sorry for June. Look, I'm not dating June! Why the hell are you bringing up June? The lady doth protest too much, methinks. You are not terribly subtle. Those 9 plates look pretty expensive. They're plates for appetizers. Shaggy and Scooby, the 2 most incompetent dudes, every time. I'm so proud of you. Meanwhile, Fred gets to chill with the chicks. You're not wrong! Reminder, remember, appetizers usually come on square plates. Is this actually true? Am I learning things? Sorens, did you make me play a game where I am learning things? I might become disappointed with you, sir. Wait, to be fair, Fred is a hottie. Oh yeah, that ascot? Man. Okay. Well, excuse me, princess. 1, 2, 3, there's 10 of them. If you flip these over, they look like hats. Shut. The middle is super deep for a plate. Are you stupid? Why would you flip them over like hats? They're either for soup or for salad? Yay! They're soup plates. They're made this way so the soup doesn't spill. Wouldn't that just be called a bowl? If we ever get out of here, you should treat yourself to a nice dinner out. What makes you think a poor college student has the money to do something like that? There's a bunch of wavy ridges on this plate. Those plates are for serving meat. Ah, you really are ignorant, aren't you? Well, to be fair, I didn't know you served meat on wavy plates either. Come on, it's not like I need to know this crap. Jeez. Okay, so it's 9, 10, 11. Okay, hold up. 9-app. 10-soup. Let me double check these, by the way. A partition, thank you. The voucher doesn't match the number of plates on the table. It says appetizer 9, meat dish 10, seafood A, seafood dish F on the voucher. And the plates on the table are 9 app, 16 meat, 10 seafood. Oh, hey, 10 soup, 5 seafood. Perfect. We're going to write that down. 16 meat, 10 soup, 15 seafood. You guys are my note-taking area. Maybe they're using hexadecimal here. And hexadecimal is... Are you stupid, Junpei? Hexadecimal is, like, very obvious. It's a number system that goes 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F, 10, 11. You're familiar with base 10, right? That's the normal system of numbers. The base 10 equivalent for hexadecimal numbers would go like this. A equals 10, B equals 11, C equals 12, D equals... Well, I'm not reading this. And then 10 equals 16. So 10 becomes 16 in base 10. Wait, have you never heard hexadecimal before, Cyclone? I thought you were in programming. Don't they use hexadecimal in that, or is that just a IT thing? I know it sounds strange, but you can think of it as just 6 letters added onto the normal number system after 9. I think I get it. Okay, then can I read this ticket again? Hexadecimal. I wonder if it's some kind of hint. Yeah, maybe. Junpei, do you remember what I told you about hexadecimal code earlier? No, wasn't she wrong? No? A through F is 10 through 15. Or was she giving an example? Of course I do. Alright then, here's a little quiz for you. What would 9 plus F be in base 10? So A is 10, B is 11, 12, A, B, C, D, E, F. So it should be 15 plus 9, so it should be 24, which is 19? Well, F is 15, so it would be 9 plus 15, which would be 24, right? That's right, which is... Oh, she doesn't make me write it. 1, 5. Alright, have you been in the freezer yet? No, I've been staring at plates. And I want to read this. Can you... Oh, is that literally about teaching me... Why are there so many plates? Whatever. That's the exit. There's an iron plate over the door. I don't think we can open it. Hey, Santa. Could you open that door, please? What the hell? There's no way I could open that thing. Guess you're getting to that age where your eyes start to go, huh? Oh! 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 That's a dick move, Santa. You better watch your mouth, boy, or someone won't live long enough to see that door open. This has got the two of them on edge. I gotta get out of here and fast. Is this the freezer? Hey, is that cheese? There's so much stuff in here. A whole lot of cans. This is probably a pantry. There's milk in here. Milk in an iron barrel. Judging by the rust, it's probably really old. That's gross. Maybe we shouldn't open it up. I don't think that'd be a pretty sight. I open Steam, and the first thing I hear is, that's a dick move, Santa. Okay, then. I mean, it's not wrong. It was a dick move. Huh. I wonder what these oddly shaped objects are. Is that a soda? Is that Mountain Dew? Hey, there's something behind the cheese. You're right. Why don't we move some of the cheese? Alright, you guys, time to move it. June and I need to look behind you. There's a little green bottle back there. Bottle of oil. Do I not want the cheese? There are a number of cheese lined up on the shelf. This is Gouda cheese. Why do you know that, June? The most famous Dutch cheese. Why do you know that, June? If you don't cut open the casing, it usually won't go bad. So you just store it at room temperature for quite a while. So we can eat this? Most likely. I'm not hungry at all. I didn't know she had a head pat emote too. Ferociously, Steph has the best emotes. I guess it's hard to get hungry in a situation like this. I don't know about that, but whatever floats your goat. So for now, we're gonna exit. It's a lot of notes. They've got a bunch of stuff written on them, but it doesn't look like a code or anything like that. I think everyone except the protagonist knows literally everything about everything. I mean, it feels like you're not wrong. The bolt is rusted in place. It won't budge. Of course, maybe if I put some oil on it. Hey! Just a little bit of oil and... Come on. Come on, you little son of a bitch. Whoa! That's... I'm like... okay. Ha! Yes! Got you, you little bastard. You did it, Jumpy. Then why did it show me a picture of Santa? What? You're so smart. Oh, that's the freezer.
It's cold in here.
Cerns, am I gonna regret walking into the freezer?
What is this place?
Are you blind?
Yeah, are you stupid? It's cold in here. And we're in a kitchen. What is it?
It's a freezer.
Oh, no way. That's way too cold for me.
Says the woman wearing nothing.
I'll freeze solid in seconds.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Sorry, but I'm afraid I'll have to pass on this one. I'm going to leave the rest to you.
It'll be fine. We'll see.
Oh, whoa. It's really cold in here.
What is a strange cold room adjacent to a kitchen and full of food? Got nothing. There's no clue. I'm at a loss for words.
Hey, you don't need to be in here. You had a fever just a little bit ago. You should stay outside. We got this.
No, I'm fine. My fever's gone now.
But
Huh?
Are you serious right now? It must be a morgue. There was a morgue in the other game, so obviously there has to be one in this game. Also, really? Really?
no! Why did it suddenly close?
Are you stupid?
Ah!
Junpei. Dude, is Junpei dumber than Makoto? Because it sure feels like it.
The knob's frozen.
But why?
It looks like the pipe next to it broke, and...
Hey, Lotus! You're out there, right? Open the door!
What do you want? What's going on?
The door won't open! Try opening it from that side, please!
Oh, fine. If you say so. Hold on.
Could you imagine being the person having to read those lines? Okay, we need you to sound like you're struggling to open a frozen freezer door. And go! Like, really?
It's no use. It won't budge. You've got more people in there. You figure it out.
Really? That's how you're gonna be, girl? So now we got an escape room into the escape room.
Oh.
God damn it.
Anyway, let's find a way out. If we don't get moving, we're gonna be permanent residents.
Two heads are better than none.
There's 3 of us, June.
I'm sure we'll figure something out.
So June can't count.
Yeah, you're right. Let's just take a good look around this room.
Have you tried doing some math? Maybe do some digital roots thinking.
Right.
It's always digital roots. Dry ice. Okay.
Dry ice is just frozen carbon dioxide, right?
Escapeception. Escape room set. Damn it, Kyla. It's called out. Also, yes.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, hey, Junpei actually knows something for once. It's a miracle, guys. We might actually get to escape.
I wonder how warm it has to get for it to turn back into gas again.
How is that irrelevant?
Hell if I know. How is that gonna help us anyway?
Oh, well, I figured we might be able to use it to get out of here.
How?
Carbon dioxide sublimation point is negative 109 degrees.
Why do you know that? What normal person knows the sublimation point of anything? What is this game? Like random trivia people know?
Any warmer than that, and it'll turn into gas. Any lower, and it becomes a solid.
Oh, how do you know that?
Despite my looks, I'm the the queen of random knowledge.
I guess that's supposed to be my explanation for this very clear, literally character who is just written to be the biggest. Yeah, negative 109, super obvs. I know, I'm stupid. Obviously, this is 100% supposed to be the character who is Deus Machina, I think.
Looks bad to mess up when you're showing off. Oh, you're so cold your mouth's going numb?
Yes, that's right.
Does that actually happen?
You're just doing that on purpose, aren't you?
Come on, guys. Don't you think that's kind of weird?
Why, yes, it is. Don't you think it's kind of weird to wear a ripped up shirt? Santa? Little punk? Knows extremely useless science fact. Learns it in Fahrenheit. Oh, called out. That's savage.
I wonder why it doesn't turn into a liquid first.
He wanted out of the freezer now. It did seem rather odd. It's called a sublimation point, not... Santa, leave us alone. Santa, please.
How the hell would I know? And how the hell is that going to help us get out of here?
That's not what I picked. What is this game? How is, I guess he wanted to get out of the freezer now, equivalent to, how the hell would I know? This is worse than Fallout 4.
We don't have time for this crap.
But it can turn into a liquid. Carbon dioxide turns to liquid if you put it under high enough pressure.
So what, am I supposed to throw it at the door?
This isn't really a good time for a chat about science.
Junpei's right.
But I was wondering the same thing.
Wondering what?
Wondering why carbon dioxide doesn't turn into a liquid unless it's under pressure.
Why were you wondering? I hope she means she was wondering that at some point in life and not this exact moment. Because that would be the dumbest sentence I've ever heard in my entire life.
Right? It just seems weird. Water's a liquid between 32 degrees and 212 degrees. So why isn't that the case for carbon dioxide?
I'm sorry, I didn't know the whole world was made of water all of a sudden. Does he not know that elements are different? Renegade +5. Uncultured
H2O
Americans.
and CO2 are pretty similar.
Are they really? Because they don't...
No, they're not. They're totally different substances.
Thank you, Junpei.
Look, guys, if we keep this up, we're just gonna freeze to death. You good with that? You want to die talking about sublimation and gases? Because I sure as hell don't.
Sentence of the year. You want to die talking about sublimation and gases. Yeah.
Now let's get back to work. Assuming you don't want to end up like a pair of ice sculptures.
That's not...
Oh, but Jumpy, there's a kind of ice that doesn't turn into liquid when it goes above 32 degrees. I heard about it.
Is this relevant to this situation? Then the next thing you'll say is water freezes at 0. Cern's place. Okay. Please tell me she has reasoning for why this is pertinent to this situation. Ban Cern's.
Its melting point is 96 degrees.
Ice with a melting point of 96 degrees? You mean there's water that freezes at 96 degrees?
Is it still water?
Yeah, well, you could also look at it as ice that won't melt until it's 96 degrees.
Water that freezes at 96 degrees. Ice that won't melt until 96 degrees. That's interesting, but how is that pertinent? Thank you. I definitely wanted to get a calculator right now.
So what's this ice with a melting point of 96 degrees called?
Sorry, I really want to know. Is it just salt water?
I heard it's called Ice 9.
Was this really just another way to shoehorn in the number 9?
Ice 9?
Originally, Ice 9 was a made-up substance invented by a science fiction author. But recently, scientists have discovered that such a substance actually exists.
Wait, hold up. So is this thing called Ice 9, or is it water?
Like I said, if the ice is over 96 degrees, it'll be liquid. If it's under that, it'll solidify.
So it's really not water.
So you could think of it as a polymorph of H2O. Here, think of it like diamonds and graphite. They're both made of carbon, right? But depending on the structure of the crystallization, the hardness and structure are completely different.
Not enough 9s make more of them. Subtle Tohu reference. I don't know. But I find it hard to believe that...
So you're saying normal water and this Ice 9 are like that?
Yup. Have you heard the story about the crystallization of glycerin?
No, I haven't, because I'm not a nerd.
For 150 years after the
I am a
discovery
nerd.
of glycerin, people cooled it, warmed it.
I'm not that kind of nerd.
They did all sorts of things to it. But whatever they did, it never crystallized. However, one day in 1920, some glycerin on its way to England by ship was discovered to have crystallized during the trip. Scientists around the world wanted to research this new crystallized form of glycerin and asked for seeds. Oh, a seed is a sample of the original crystallized substance.
Okay.
With a seed crystal, further crystallization of glycerin would be easy.
Yeah, that is kind of... I don't know why that's how crystals work. That's actually a better question that I'm more interested in. Isn't the boat flooding right now? Shouldn't we be trying to, like, get out of the freezer and not dying?
However, something very strange happened. Not only did the glycerin encouraged by seed crystals begin to crystallize, even the samples nearby did, even though they were tightly sealed. And it didn't end there.
Jeez, just take a hint. I want to be alone with Santa. Kappa Pride. Oh my god, Cerns.
After that day, it doesn't matter where in the world it is. All glycerin crystallizes naturally when cooled to less than 64 degrees.
So there's no reason to believe that this is a real thing and not just a myth?
Before that day, no matter how glycerin was cooled, it refused to crystallize. But once the crystallization had begun, it was almost like... how do I put it?
Kappa Santa?
It was almost like all the glycerin in the world was communicating.
Kappa Claus, I mean. I'm assuming that's what that amulet is.
Communicating in some way that we can't sense.
So I'm kind of getting sick of this. Everything is connected. They're all talking to each other like crap. Although she wasn't in the room when What's-Her-Face was talking about that, though.
And now it's happening everywhere.
Wow, that's pretty interesting. But, what does that have to do with Ice 9?
That's kind of my point.
What she's saying is that it's a lot like Ice 9. What happened, I mean.
A lot like? Oh, that would be bad. If water everywhere started freezing at 96 degrees, man.
It'd be the end of the world. At any rate, we're not gonna have to worry about the end of the world unless we can get out of here pretty damn quick.
I'm actually curious what would happen if all water froze at below 96. I would just start drinking hot tea, I guess.
Alright guys, I think that's enough of that. I didn't think we'd get quite this far off topic.
If all of a sudden the freezing point of water was 96 degrees, would that make the boiling point go up a similar amount? And then if you wanted to make tea, would you want the same temperature as before, or would you want it to be as close to boiling as it was before? Alright, this is irrelevant. I need to get out of this freezer and not die.
I mean, I know I'm kind of at fault here, but we can't be screwing around anymore. So seriously, I might go by the name Santa right now, but I didn't grow up in Iceland. I freaking hate the cold. So let's get cracking, alright? We gotta find a way out of here.
Selfish, isn't he?
No, I think all of us would like to not die.
Ice 9 is interesting and all, but we can discuss it more once we get out of this freezer.
Yeah, I don't... There's water dripping from this pipe. It looks like when the pipe burst, the water hit the doorknob and froze in place. The water actually seems almost warm. So can I... Hey, Junpei! Didn't you find some dry ice earlier? Yeah, there's some warm water coming out of that pipe. Warm water and dry ice. What do you think would happen if we put that stuff in a sealed container together? It would expand? How is that relevant? Do I need to find the container first? There's some frozen meat up there. Looks like pork. Huh? What's this? Looks like a tag or something. Can I... What? Hey, we got rope. Wait, why is this in a freezer? Like, what? There's so much stuff in here. Why don't we take some of it out, Jumpy? Then, can I not? Okay, I guess I'm not allowed to take anything out? How do I... What? This thing is covered in something. It's frozen solid. I can't flip it over. I'm... What? Stop it. Oh, you know what? I can combine items, can't I? It's a rope. Well, we could use it to attach to something else, I suppose. Jumpy, is that a slip of paper in the meat? I think there's something written on here, but I can't read it like this. If we try to pull it out, it'll probably rip. You need to defrost that. Don't think we're going to be touching that in this room. Can't you make this stuff cause an explosion if you seal? Yes, I can, but I don't have anything airtight. I swear I clicked that. I would totally do a 999 escape room. Hello? There's warm water. Gotta figure out a way to make it smaller then, don't you, genius? Can I combine the meat with the dry ice to break it now? What? Why can't I just, like, hit it against a wall? It's a thin pipe. It's too hard, I can't break it. There's too much mist to see what's going on over the other end. Oh, okay. Yeah, what? Can I not, like, put it in the crack of the door and slam the door shut? What does it want me to do? Think you missed something in the meat room. I literally can't click anything. You mean this? Because I clicked everything in here. I clicked that like 3 times! Alright, the dry ice is in pieces now. Why couldn't I just hit it with the other piece of meat? What is that logic? I'm actually kind of mad right now. What is that logic, man? Oh. Connect the bottle onto the doorknob somehow. We gotta explode right next to the dry ice, so we need to combine it with the rope. Let's just tie a rope on here.
Put water into the bottle with dry ice.
That was so dumb. Why was I inspecting the chicken? I didn't, because it's gone now.
And make sure the lid's closed. Now I just have to put this makeshift bomb on the doorknob.
Was it because there was a bone sticking out, so it was more like a spear? In which case I feel like it would break through the bag, but whatever.
Alright, that's set. So, what do we do now?
We just need to give it a little, tap. The bottle's already about to pop. If we just throw a rock or something at it, it'll go off all on its own.
A small rock. Huh. A small rock. Alright, this ought to do the trick.
Shouldn't you not touch dry ice?
Huh? Not a bad idea.
Alright, guys, stand back. Actually, we should probably hide somewhere.
There was just funny dialogue. My bad.
Where exactly do you expect us to hide, genius?
I don't appreciate your sass, Santa. You're a little punk.
There isn't really anywhere big enough.
Yeah, there is. Look, right here. We can hide in there.
Oh.
Come on, get inside, quick. Alright, here I go. 3, 4, 5.
You're counting the wrong way.
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh,
That is a really sad excuse for a joke, man.
sorry, dude. Alright, for real this time. You guys ready?
Yes, whenever you're ready.
Why would you do that?
Just throw the damn thing.
Alright, here I go. 3, 2, 1.
Jumpy! The ice on the door! Is it gone?
Yeah, it's gone.
I don't think that'll work that way.
The blast must have shattered it.
Yes! Alright, let's see if it opens.
Hooray! We're out!
Move! Oh, god damn it! Hot, 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 hot! Fuck!
Can you not see the fire there, you dummy?
Well, you did just grab the grill. What did you think would happen?
Is this game just all stupid people? Well, and Trivia Girl, who apparently knows every random scientific fact in the world.
Hey, where's Lotus?
Welcome back. I was starting to get tired of waiting for you guys.
What were you doing?
What do you mean, what was I doing? I was waiting.
We were gonna die!
Oh, yeah? But you didn't. So everything worked out all right, didn't it?
You little punk. She's not wrong, though. There was really nothing she could do.
What the hell?
Just kidding. It might not look like it, but I was really worried.
Oh, don't give me that crap.
I'm telling the truth. I mean, if you died, then I'd be in trouble too. If you died, then I'd be stuck here, and I'd die too. See? I did all I could. I even looked around to see if there was anything I could use to pry open the door, but I couldn't find anything. So, all I could do was wait.
She's 110% correct, and I don't blame her whatsoever.
I mean, what else did you want me to do? Call the cops?
Fine, but there's one thing I have to ask you.
What's that?
You didn't close the door, did you?
What? You think I closed the door on you? Why would I do something like that? It closed on its own. I told you before, if you die, then I die too.
Yeah, I guess so.
Blame her. Cyclone Pliss. It's not her fault.
If she had really wanted to kill us, all she had to do was bar the door from the outside.
That is
But
also
she didn't.
factually accurate.
Well, she didn't do anything.
She couldn't do anything. Stop being a judgmental punk.
She's only lazy, or negligent at least, not an attempted murderer.
Oh my gosh. What is with Junpei,
Well,
man?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you.
I
Oh,
don't trust
Yes, well,
her.
that's all right. As long as you understand.
Cyclone Bliss. She's fine.
Hey, no more screwing around, you two.
Why did you write the number 2 and not the word?
Break time's over. Especially for you, lady. You've just been sitting on that fat ass of yours while we were freezing to death.
Oh my... Santa! Santa, stop being a dick!
How rude. I was plenty busy.
Yeah. How about you put all that energy into something besides bitching? Let's go.
Santa! You can't say that! Wow, this pot looks like it's made out of silver. Never trust a girl who looks like a dancer but isn't a dancer. I don't think that's how that works. I bet drinking tea from this pot would be really yummy. Spending a day off with June, drinking tea. Oh, spending a day off with June, drinking tea. Could such a day ever happen for me? Yes, she has a huge crush on you, you idiot. Jumpy? Oh, nothing. We don't really need hot water, so we should be moving on. I mean, I would like to get to the chicken. This is probably what you're supposed to use to enter the password. Maybe if we put in the right number, it'll open the oven door. Stop it. An iron oven. Looks pretty heavy duty. It's probably industrial quality. I bet you could cook anything with this. Anyway, let's have a look inside. Damn, I knew it. It's locked. What gave that away? The lock on the front of it? All we've got here is a pot and a frying pan. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and a pressure cooker. Oh, thanks. Well, I guess we could use some of those as weapons. What kind of idiot are you? You're gonna run around holding that thing while you're looking for the dead? Hey man, it was just a joke. Why so serious? It's only game, why you have to be mad? I would like to use the chunk of pork. See that action movie that came out last week? What? You're worse than Ace 9. No. I don't even... Why? 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 Did Zero plan that freezer thing, or were we really lucky to get out thinking? Not wrong. I heard it was critically panned. Shut up. I don't know. What? What is this joke? I don't know. It's pretty enjoyable with a little pot. I guess we're Colorado now. Maybe the stable's preparing food. Their plates have you. Oh, put the meat on the grill. Guess I'll put this meat on the grill. Hey, what are you doing? What are you gonna do with the paper burns? Come on, it'll be fine. I mean, it's not gonna burn right away, right? We just gotta keep an eye on it and the paper will be fine. Well, they can argue all they want. I'm gonna keep an eye on this pork. Cool, looks like it's about time. I'm gonna try taking the paper out. Jumpy, be careful. Sweet of her to care, but I think Junpei jokes are my favorite. Of course they are, Cerns. Sweet of her to care, but I know that what I'm... Ow! See? I told you. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Hurry up and take the paper out. It's not coming out. This thing's frozen stiff. I can't get it out. So we're gonna have to cut the meat? Yeah, it looks that way. Okay, so take it off the grill. Oh, fine. Oh, a countertop. There's a rolling pin, a colander here. Nothing useful. Trash can. There's nothing inside of it. Well, better than being full of rotten food, I suppose. Damn it, there's nothing in here. Hey, Santa, digging through the trash really suits you. What the hell did you say? Listen, lady, I did you a favor. I knew you'd just piss and moan, so I did it for you. Oh my, I don't recall making you do anything. I ought to throttle you. Excuse me. Does it feel colder in here? Are there any knives anywhere? There's some bottles of seasoning here. That's the exit door. It's the grill. It's the door we came through. It's not locked. We could go back out. What's the point, right? All that's out there is an iron gate and a dead-end hallway. Yep, might as well be locked, so it's for all the good it's gonna do out there. Well, how come it changed from a trash can to a bucket made of tin? There's a light hanging from the ceiling. 9, 10, 15, 16. Hey, Junpei, why don't you try entering the numbers on the vouchers we found earlier? The one said 9, 10, 15, 16? Yes, convert 10 to A and F to base 10. 9, 10, 15, 16. No dice. Looks like that's too many numbers. Five. Okay, so I can't use that. I don't know what's more painful. Santa and Lotus are not getting along. You don't say. The cheesy conversations, the random facts are my Java project. It's also got HTML now. The Java project, then. Well, there's a pot on top of the stove. There's some ingredients around here. I could cook up something for us. Lotus, you can actually cook? You don't have to sound so insulting when you say it. Who the hell do you think I am? You better believe I know how to boil hot water and put in my instant noodle. And I can boil eggs too. You got it, coach. A sink. It's still got water in it. There's a couple of plates in here, but I don't think they're gonna help us much. Okay, so I have something I can sharpen a knife on. That's super helpful. Stop clicking that. A tank with a water pipe coming out of it. Nothing really that special about it. It's kind of far away. I can't really tell, but is that a ladle? I don't think a ladle's really going to be very useful. A countertop. We've got a rolling pin and a colander. Oh, we already went over that. There are cans lining every shelf here. Wooden box on the second row, though. Hey, it's a knife.
A rusty knife? I don't think we'll be able to use it while it's like this.
Maybe you should look at the wheatstone that you have in your other hand, sir.
It's futile.
Futile?
How do you not know what futile means?
You know, a waste, useless, pointless.
Oh. Any particular reason you wanted to bring that up?
Oh, no reason really. I was just thinking about futility.
Huh? Why were you thinking about futility?
Well, it has something to do with the Titanic.
The Titanic?
Yep. Have you ever heard the story that the sinking of the Titanic was predicted?
Only slightly above random facts. I mean, I do find these random facts kind of awful. Yes.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
This isn't going to let me skip the whole thing. I'm still going to have to go through it, aren't I?
There was a novel that had a bunch of stuff in it that described the sinking of the Titanic before it actually sank.
This is a stretch, June. Why, yes, Cerns. Yes, it is a stretch.
Yeah, that's the one. The title of the novel is Futility.
Can you play a video game with a smart main character? Is there such a thing? I don't think there is a video game with a smart main character. Futility greater than to Titanic. It is quite a bit of a stretch.
It was written 14 years before the Titanic sank, but...
I know. I mean, I didn't know the name of the book, but The story was the same, right? It was just like what happened on the Titanic?
Yeah,
Well, I heard it was all a hoax.
a hoax?
I heard that the stuff that matched up to the Titanic so well was actually added after it sank. Apparently, the only thing that was the same originally was that a boat ran into an iceberg and sank.
But the novel was published in 1898, 14 years before the accident.
Yes, nothing gets republished. That's actually just a myth.
Like I said, that was the first print of the book. 14 years later, the author heard about what happened to the Titanic. He figured that was his chance, you know? He just went back and changed some stuff in his novel so that it matched the Titanic exactly.
It's kind of a dick move.
Really?
Really? There's no such thing as premonitions or any of that stuff.
Man, poor girl.
But,
Also, I just realized that H2O bot, again, didn't show up. What a disappointment.
that wasn't the only book that predicted the Titanic sinking.
But please, June, tell me more.
It wasn't?
Yep, there were two other similar stories written by a man named William Thomas Stead. Both of them before the accident. One in 1886 and one in 1892.
Okay.
Stead wrote two stories that had striking similarities to the Titanic disaster. In one, two ships collided. Many of the passengers died because there weren't enough lifeboats. In the other, a ship collided with an iceberg and sank.
Those are just normal stories about a ship. Should we fall in love with June if she's crazy? I mean, she's still cute.
I don't know. I mean, I'll give you that it seems a little weird, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't too uncommon for ships to hit icebergs back in the day, or even other ships.
Right, I knew you'd say that.
Hmm?
But what if Stead had some sort of special powers?
You're losing me, June. You gotta stop. Stop. It's time to stop. Like, what is this?
To be more specific, what if he had the ability to do automatic writing?
What? Automatic writing? Wait, are you?
Should we fall in love with June when she's crazy? I mean, she's still cute. This logic seems flawed somehow. Kylarius, shh. It's flawless logic. I don't know what you're talking about. We're gonna have to consult the Vicky Mendoza diagonal. What? What?
Are you talking about when someone's possessed by a spirit and then they write a bunch of stuff without knowing what they're writing?
Hold up. Junpei, why do you know what that is, but not...
Yes.
I'm so done with Junpei.
What do you mean, yes? That stuff's a load of bull.
But Jumpy, you said you believe in curses.
Come on, that's totally different. Okay, let's say, hypothetically, that automatic writing isn't a total load. These guys still couldn't have predicted the sinking of the Titanic. When this Stead dude wrote his thing, nobody had died on the Titanic yet. So if automatic writing is about being possessed by dead people, who the hell possessed him so he could write that stuff?
Don't you know ghosts can see the future?
That's not it.
What's not it?
Stead wasn't possessed by a spirit. He was doing the possessing.
Oh, so she thinks that Stead died and then caused the boat to crash, like his story?
What are you smoking?
Pot, we just went over this.
William Thomas Stead was a passenger on the Titanic.
Wait, is this actually like a true thing?
He just wrote down what he saw with his own eyes 20 years before it happened.
Well,
Is there actually a person who wrote a story of a boat sinking, or two different stories of boats sinking and people dying, and then was actually on the Titanic? Because that actually is kind of weird.
well, why don't we talk about this some other time, okay?
Huh? But
Come on, let's get back to it.
Maybe I'll just use the wheatstone to sharpen the knife. Or, sorry, it's not wheatstone. I forget what it's the right way to pronounce that. Should be able to cut something pretty good with this. Yes, all that rust just disappears. Flawless. Alright, now that I've sharpened the knife. Yes, I cut the pork. Awesome, Junpei. Now we can cut out the paper. C plus 10 plus F. 10, 11, 12 plus 16 plus 15. 12 plus 16 plus 15. 28 plus 15. 30 plus 13. 43? Yeah, I know it's no. How did you already forget what hexadecimal is? It's likely true this game makes up for its questionable writing with great researching. I mean, I could see that actually being factually accurate. I thought it was clever and funny. Wait, Lotus, you're not gonna like call him out on the fact that that's very clearly numbers? This is probably what you're supposed to use to enter the password. Maybe if we put in the right number, it'll open the oven door. Junpei, the note you found earlier. Yeah, I know. Do you know how to enter those numbers? Think E is for enter and C is for clearing. So basically, when I'm ready to submit my answer, I press E. So if I screw up, I just press C, right? Lotus nodded. All right, let's give it a shot. So do I need to add the numbers together, or do I type... 10, 11, 12. So C is 12 plus 16 plus 15. Wait, what? I can only enter 3 numbers. Huh? This is weird. Hey, you're just punching in random numbers, aren't you? Maybe if you just enter like it said in the hint. Ah, shut up! Just shut up! What? If I were to lock people on a boat, I think I make puzzles a little harder than basic hexadecimal math. To be fair, if nobody on the boat knows what hexadecimal is, they kind of lost. So, what? 12 plus 16 plus 15. We already said, what did I say that was? So we got 28 plus 15, 43? Sounds like metal is falling. Well, I guess that went well. Yeah, the door opened. Good job, Jumpy. A Saturn keycard. Hey, that was actually way easier. Wait. I thought Saturn was the elevator, though. Yes, I think it's unlocked now. You did it, Jumpy. Let's get out of here. Totally not an ominous opening. If I were... Oh, already read that.
I think we've been here before.
Yes. Did you not realize the card was also the Saturn card?
The elevators are over there, so that means...
We went into the kitchen through that door and came out on this side.
Also, you had to do something with the plates. It wasn't just basic math. Was I supposed to do something with the plates? Because I don't remember doing anything with the plates.
That means the map was right.
Looks like.
Then let's use it to plan our next move.
Next move?
Yeah, we need to decide where to go from here.
He's right. Let's get started.
From the looks of it, there are 4 possible routes. Let's just keep it simple and call them A, B, C, and D. First, A and B.
They both seem to connect to a room that looks L-shaped.
Yeah, there were 2 doors. But they were both locked. We couldn't open them.
Now, route C. This goes all the way to the main staircase.
That means it's door 5, one of the numbered doors.
And do you think we would meet up with the other 4 after this hallway?
No, I don't think we will.
Why not?
Look, there by the stairs. See how the gate is opened? When we went into the kitchen, it was closed. But it's open now.
They opened it.
Most likely.
So we should go down the stairs.
And if we take Route C, we're going backwards.
That would be pointless.
Then that means...
Route D, then.
D it is.
Yep, Route D.
Then we're set. Everything looks okay here.
Let's check the next deck just to be sure.
Hey,
Yeah,
look, it's
just
flooded.
like I thought. D-deck is totally underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
At least the water level hasn't really changed.
Despite all of us talking for way too long.
Small comfort.
May as well head back to C deck.
What else is here?
There are 2 elevators over there at the top of the stairs, just like the floor above.
Hold on. These are kind of different. See? There's a card reader on the side.
Another strange
Hey.
mark.
It's not... Who's the goddess of the hunt? Because I thought that's who the female symbol was based off of.
Hey, look! It's Lotus's symbol.
Huh?
See? It's the woman symbol with horns on it.
Junpei! Junpei, you're no better than Santa!
That seems like... Oh, ouch, 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 ouch!
You 100% deserve that.
What was that about the mark again?
Nothing.
This is a Mercury symbol.
Hey, Cyclone with the Mercury call out. The real right answer.
The horns symbolize the wings on Hermes' staff.
Hermes herpes, whatever.
No! What? Santa, please!
If we can't get this thing to work, these elevators aren't going anywhere.
Why is Santa
In
like
other
this, man?
words, we need a key card with the Mercury symbol on it.
Probably.
I guess we can't get on then. Let's just disregard the elevators for now.
Although we have a key card for different elevators, but I don't know if we can get back to it at
How
any
about
point.
this hallway on the left?
Whoa, there's so many doors.
Damn it. If we try and search all these, the sun's gonna go down before we've done half of them.
I think the sun already set.
I have a feeling this ship is the only thing that's going to be going down anytime soon.
I'm no different than these fools, it's true. I've read a bit too many Wikipedia articles. Lol.
That's even worse.
Well, we can come back to this hallway later. Let's check the hallway on the other side, shall we?
Time to head back to the stairs.
And now the right hallway.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them.
All right, let's start with this one.
Hey, Jovine, did you know the world's biggest roundabout in the world is 2.7 miles in diameter? Well, so if they actually finish the road that encircles all of Denver, even though it's a highway, since it acts essentially the same as a roundabout, wouldn't that technically become the world's largest roundabout? Or does it not, because it's a highway, even though it follows the same rules? Thinking.
Huh, it isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
I don't like how those doors opened.
What?
Oh, it's 7 and 8. And 3. But there's 8 of us.
What the hell is this?
So there's no way to split us up into groups that can go into all 3 rooms. We'd need one more member. Of course it's not a round. Okay, tell me how a roundabout is different than a highway. The person who's coming on does not have the right of way. You only exit from one side 90% of the time. And if you're planning on going further, you get to the further left lane, not the right lane. I do know that off the top of my head, except for the conversion between miles and kilometers. Fair enough. A roundabout is a circle and a highway generally isn't. Roundabouts have a roundabout sign. That's fair. If you look at Denver, the highway that goes around Denver is literally a circle, other than one little slice cut out for Boulder, because Boulder's Boulder. I'm not kidding. Like, they have the same rules. So if a highway just goes in a circle around a city, is it not just a really big roundabout?
This place is huge.
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
Is this a hospital?
It definitely has the smell.
I don't... So you can't make fun of the random facts Dan's game? Lol. Also, curious, what hospital smell? Does that mean it smells sterilized?
Could be. I see medicine cabinets and surgical tools.
I don't think I've been in a hospital recently enough to know what it would smell like.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end.
That one's not labeled. I want to go in that one.
The left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
Exclamation point ban myself.
Why is the second door blank? That seems kind of strange, don't you think?
No point worrying about it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
How about you try to open the one door that doesn't have a rule we already know?
Yes, that sounds like a good plan.
No, it doesn't. Okay, that was the only one that mattered. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
It's no use.
What a deep observation. I know, right? There's paint on it, and it's in a shape.
Well, of course. If it was that easy to open these doors, what would be the point of the notary game? We have to activate the red, or the numbered doors won't... Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
Look, the display on the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
Don't you remember? The red at the central staircase?
Yeah, it said activated, or... It said vacant or taken?
If no one was inside, it said vacant.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And if people were inside, it was occupied?
But this one,
There's nothing on it.
right?
I wonder if it's broken.
Only one way to find out.
Okay, your numbers don't add up, right? You know that, right?
It's not responding.
How about the red on door 7?
Red and dead.
And door 3?
None of them are working.
What does it mean?
I knew it. They're broken. Zero sure sucks at maintenance.
Lol. Subtle Red Dead Redemption reference, Kappa. I'm pretty sure... How old is this game, Cerns? Because this came out on original DS, not even like 3DS or DS XL or DSi or anything.
No, that's impossible. You really think Zero, who prepared all of this,
Red Dead Redemption Subtle 999 reference, Kappa.
would make such a stupid, simple mistake?
Maybe, but that doesn't explain why this thing ain't working.
I believe the bottom of the device has been removed.
Snake! Ace! Clover! 7!
Hey.
How?
How did you end up here?
That's my line?
Santa, please.
Perhaps we should exchange information.
Do I get to see what they're... Wait, dude, like...
There you have it. Our half of the story.
Ah, okay. I'm not gonna lie. A little part of me was like, I really want this part of the game to be like, jump into one of their shoes and play through them escaping their room. That would actually be amazing.
Okay, let me see if I got all this straight. When you guys got here, the bases for the Reds were already gone.
And you looked all over this room, but you couldn't find anything.
So you figured that there might be something in the hallway with all the doors.
So you went and had a look?
Yeah.
And while you were looking around, you heard voices.
Uh-huh. So you followed the voices and came back here.
Indeed. And that was how we found you.
Oh, hey. If I go back and try to replay this game, can I actually get the other one by swapping my spot with Clover and Ace? Oh, you actually can. Okay, that's what I thought.
Why don't we check those 3 reds again, just in case?
You're right. Huh. There's a long, thin gap on the bottom. I think it's a slot for something. Probably electronic.
Well, this isn't good. If the red is inactive, we can't keep going.
Well, what about that hallway? Isn't there anywhere else we can go?
No, there isn't. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
Hospital rooms. That's what's behind all those doors?
Yes. There are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
There was an astrological symbol engraved near the keyhole, however. I was able to get a good feel of it. I believe it was the symbol of Jupiter.
I don't know what that symbol looks like.
Not again. Those goddamn things are everywhere.
Who cares? It's just a symbol to tell you what key goes with what. Like, what? This game has multiple endings, so don't get a bad one? Aw, you gotta be kidding me. You realize you just put on all of this pressure on me, and I'm not gonna live up to that.
I wonder what they all mean.
While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room? I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this.
Well, I think
Drowns.
it's probably a hospital ship.
Yeah, is that the secret ending if I just sit here and wait for 9 hours? New ending.
Chances are it's the Gigantic.
The Gigantic?
Why did you know that?
What is this gigantic?
The Gigantic. She was a sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th century.
Why do you know this? Why does everybody know this? Random stuff. Like what?
Actually, the Titanic had two sister ships, and they looked exactly the same. The Gigantic was said to be one of them. They intended to make her a passenger liner like the Titanic, but World War I began soon after the ship launched.
That timing on that music,
The British
though.
Navy took her over and made her a hospital ship. At some point during the war, the Gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea. She ran aground afterwards, so she didn't end up sunk.
I knew this one. Did you really? I didn't know there were any sister ships for the Titanic.
What happened to her after that? One theory going around is that a man named Lord Gourdane bought her.
Is that Zero?
Seemed like he'd been one of the few to survive the Titanic sinking. That trauma turned him into some kind of obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic.
Also genuinely curious if that's a real person and actually bought Gigantic.
Soon enough, the guy wanted the Titanic itself, which was impossible, of course. It's stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean.
I mean, technically not impossible, just very, very not likely to happen.
But the Gigantic wasn't. And seeing as she was identical...
So you're saying this Lord Gourdane bought this ship?
Yeah, at least I think I am.
That's impossible. No way we're in some boat that's almost 100 years old.
What's the other sister ship's name?
Pipe down, just pay attention. What, that's it? Well, have you got any proof?
Proof?
Proof that this ship is really the Gigantic.
Yeah, come on. Kyoko wants to know what your proof is.
Well, this ship's got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship. So, I just figured.
Oh, for goodness. Don't tell me that's your only reason.
I think the sister ship was turned into a museum, if I remember right. I mean, that's dope, and I would totally
No,
go on that.
I've got more.
Like?
Well, I mean... I don't know.
Shut up!
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Wait, they know each other.
Hey, whoa, wait a minute. Memory isn't back?
Yeah.
Your point being?
Wait, was I the only one that didn't know? Why?
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh?
Oh.
I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs. I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up.
What?
Huh. A bell.
Yeah, it was only 3, though. There's no way it's 3.
It sounds like the clock in the main stairway. 10, 11, 12. Huh, 12.
It's midnight.
Then we've still got 6 hours left, right?
Shouldn't he have started us at midnight so we died at 9 o'clock? I feel like that would be more 9s. He's a disappointment, not enough 9s. Or did we start at 9 o'clock? Because I guess you could only do one way, huh? So if it's midnight, yeah, we started at 9. Never mind.
We don't have any time to screw around. Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
What do you mean, find? How on earth do you propose we do that?
We've looked everywhere in this room. That only leaves one place to look.
One?
Well, not just one.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that's how you said that sentence.
Hmm?
Oh,
Wait. Don't tell me you mean we need to search all of the other rooms.
this is gonna suck.
Don't freak out. We've already searched 4 of them.
Yeah, but there's like a billion.
4 rooms?
We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us. If each of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
There are 48 other rooms?
Maybe?
Maybe. I love it. He is
All right,
rapidly
so
becoming my
everyone
favorite.
knows which area they're searching?
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll all meet up when the clock goes off again. How about in that room with all the beds?
Yeah. Sounds straightforward enough.
Thank you, priest.
I'll shout if I find any of the components we need.
I hope we can find them within the time limit.
If we can't, then we'll just have to come up with another plan.
Right.
Then let's do this.
Seven's great.
It's one.
He is
I
pretty
better
great.
get back to the others.
What? I just lose an hour of my time? This game sucks! And before they all just left me behind.
Huh? What are they doing over there? What happened, guys?
Jumpy, look!
Vacant? Come on, guys. Who was it? I thought we were supposed to yell if we found it.
Well,
What the hell? What is up with you guys?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know.
You don't know?
When I got back, it was already like this. There was no one else here.
Oh.
That means I was the first one back, but the missing parts were already back in the red.
What? Let me see. You're right. It's in there. What about the other two?
They're the same.
Let me take a look. It's just as you said. All right, I just want to be sure here. Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right?
Don't die. What? What? Don't put this pressure on me, Cerns.
none.
Huh. Wait a minute. Where's Snake? Does that mean that he found them?
I've no idea. There's nothing to suggest it, but nothing to suggest he didn't either.
I don't suppose we'll know until we can ask him in person.
Well, whatever he did or didn't do, he's pretty damn late. What the hell is he up to?
Maybe he's lost.
Yeah, well, that seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place.
No! That's impossible! Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing. He can get around as well as anyone who can see. So he couldn't get lost. That's impossible.
Poor Clover.
I'm gonna go look for him.
No!
Hey, hold on, Clover. Wait!
Don't go alone!
Well, that didn't work. Damn it. What should we do now?
Well, the red is working now.
No! We're not leaving two people behind! We should go look for them!
Oh, man. This ain't good.
Oh, yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk. Now let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots.
Stop being a dick, Santa.
Then remain here if you feel you must, but there's no time. We've only 5 hours left.
We have only 5. No, what? So I understand that that's technically grammatically correct, but am I wrong? Would anybody actually pronounce it this way? I've never heard anybody say we've only 5 hours left. It just sounds wrong. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. You didn't give me anything.
Let's split up.
All right, I'll take this direction.
Then I shall look that way.
I'll be over here.
See you all later.
All right, we should go too.
Yes, let's go! But where should we start?
Let's see.
Why would we check back in the exact room we were in?
Oh, what about the first class cabin on B deck?
Okay, let's go, Jumpy.
Give Salt. Well, what should Junpei do?
Are you all right? Look, I know you're really worried, but
Alone. Alone.
Hmm?
Alone. I said leave me alone! You're so annoying! Just go away and leave me alone! Just looking at you guys is pissing me off!
Feels bad, man.
Go away, okay? Just go somewhere else! Stop bothering me! Why are you still here? Didn't you hear me?
Huh?
Fine, forget it. If you aren't gonna leave, then I'll just...
All right, let's go, June.
Yeah.
Feels real bad, man. Like, what? What do we do? No.
We really need to find Snake, for Clover's sake.
No.
So, where do you think we should go next? How about the casino?
Let's go take a look.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really? Maybe you need to look harder.
I don't think that's the problem.
Oh, by the way, I've got a proposal for you two. Care to hear it?
8 plus 4 plus 6, or 5 plus 6. That's 11, 19, 10, so 1? No, that won't work.
What is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it. Why don't we team up?
Team up?
Yeah. What? You need me to explain it to you? I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door?
Even if we wanted to, that's impossible.
Why?
Jumpy's bracelet number is 5, mine is 6, and yours is 8.
Yeah, that's
Our digital
1.
route would be 1, but there's no number 1 door in the large hospital room. The only doors there are 3, 7, and 8.
Then we add another person?
Huh?
Who?
What? Isn't that easy?
3, 7, and 8. We would have to add 7.
7.
Oh, if we add 7, 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 equals 26.
Yeah.
The digital root of 26, 2 plus 6 equals 8.
Yep, okay. Better question. What does that leave everybody else with? That leaves a 1, a 4, a 2, and a 3. 1, 4, so 4 plus 3 is 7. 2 plus 1, that leaves them with a 1, so they're stuck, though. I don't want to trap those guys.
Wait a minute. What about the other 4? Ace, Snake, Santa, and Clover.
Well, why don't you add them up?
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. And 1 plus 0 equals 1. The digital root for those 4 would be 1.
That's right.
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room, right?
Of course I know that.
No! Are you saying you'd leave them behind?
Because I wouldn't.
Of course not. What kind of woman do you think I am? Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we?
That's not how that
Then
works.
we wouldn't really be leaving them behind.
No, I'm not cool with that, fam.
Don't try to lie to us.
By the way, if you add 10 to 26, doesn't that make 9? So technically, all of us could escape right now if we all got to the end still.
I don't think you do anything of the sort.
Really? Why do you think that?
You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours left. Even if we manage to escape, there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours.
Well, you never know until you try.
No, you're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship.
Because we can't add up to 9 in
The
any
4
way.
of us couldn't open door 9. It is hidden, but an exit, seek a way out.
Yeah, that's right. The digital root for the 4 of us would be 8, so we'd have to add Ace to make 9.
That's right. Unless we bring Ace too, we'll be stuck.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. That's all you have to say?
Well, let's try and find another way, okay? A way to get out of here with all 8 of us.
I mean, all 8 of us
That's
do add up to 9.
impossible. Are you being serious? And you do know that only 5 people, at most, can go through one of the doors, right?
Crap. I forgot about that
The
rule.
number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind.
Huh?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
No. Wait just a second. You're skipping over a really big detail. Is that really okay? That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with that? That's just...
Do you think I could have a moment alone? There are some things I need to think about.
No, because as long as you can keep the door open, the bombs will never go off. And as long as you have enough time before that door closes, you can get rid of the bombs out of your system. Easy. You've got 4 pairs that make 0 on their own. 1 plus 8, 2 plus 7, 3 plus 6, 4 plus 5. The problem is you have to go with at least 3. So if you have 8 people, you have to make a set of 3 and a set of 5. That's the only way.
That didn't turn out to
Or
be
two
a very
sets of 4,
pleasant
sorry.
conversation.
A set of 3, a set of 5, or 2 sets of 4.
Yeah. Well, regardless, let's just focus on finding Snake for now, okay?
Yes, you're right. We can think about those other things later.
Yeah. All right. We're
Yes, let's go back and piss off the girl. Can't you do 4 then 4? Well, the problem is, wait, if you have 2 sets of 9, you're right. You could just, you've got 4 pairs that makes 9 on their own. So then if you add them together, you're good to go. 1 plus 8, 2 plus 7, 3 plus 6, 4 plus 5. So if you put them all together, you're right. Yeah, no, we're totally good. We're like way beyond good. I should have known that. If all 4 or if all 8 of them add up to 9, that means obviously each of them, or if you split that in half, there has to be a number 9 in each of them too. Go to the hallway with all the
Let's
rooms.
go back downstairs and check out that hallway with all the doors.
And then I guess we're just gonna go through everything.
Oh, it's Ace.
Hey, Snake! Where are you? Answer me if you're there!
What should Junpei do? Run to Ace.
Let's go.
Ah, hello there. Snake is... Well, that's obvious, isn't it? I assume you haven't found him yet?
Yeah, doesn't seem like you're having any luck either.
I really wonder where he could have gone.
Well, wherever he's disappeared to, we must find him as quickly as we can. For Clover's sake.
That's assuming you can go through the same door twice. Why couldn't you? There's no rule against it. So unless Zero's a punk who changes rules in the middle of a game, then we could totally do that.
Right.
By the way, do you think Clover and Snake are really siblings?
Why would you say that?
Why? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? They don't look alike at all.
Yes, you know, now that you mention it, they don't.
Yes, because clearly the person who has dyed pink hair could never have any normal hair that looks anything like the other person.
Still, there are a great many siblings who do not look like one another. It certainly isn't rare. At any rate, we really must find Snake as soon as possible. The clock is ticking. We really can't afford to waste any time. Very well. Let's get back to the search, shall we? You can leave this area to me.
All right, let's go, Jumpy.
Alright, back to the hospital, I guess.
Something about that was... I'll think on it later. Like Ace said, finding Snake is our top priority.
So if you can make up a random number whose digital root is 9, like, whatever, it's a multiple of 9. Oh! Oh yeah, because that's the rule for
Alright,
actually knowing what's
where should we
divisible
go
by 9
next?
at a glance. That's what you're supposed to do, at least.
Why don't we go back to the big hospital room?
Well, if a door can be vacant, wouldn't that mean there's an occupied state as well? Well, yeah, no, there is an occupied state. We know that as a fact. But if you're telling me that there's no escape, so if you get through the 9 door, there's an escape. So if you get through that, somebody else can go through it. Because the moment that people are no longer in that room, it becomes vacant again.
Okay, let's go then.
So why couldn't the same,
Hey,
or why
look,
couldn't people go through?
Santa.
Santa.
Santa? What are you doing?
What? You can't tell? I'm checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
What? It's not bothering you?
Huh?
The guts of this red. Why wouldn't you wonder who the hell put it back in here?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'm curious too, but
Who do you think did it?
I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us?
0.
I think it was probably Zero.
Why?
Isn't that obvious? He's the guy who set this whole thing up.
You don't think that should mean the opposite? Seems to me like that means he didn't do it.
Where the 9's bracelet go, it seems to be pretty useful to have. Except it's turned off. The moment you die, the entire thing turns off.
I mean, who do you think took that stuff out in the first place?
Probably.
Yeah, exactly.
He wanted to make us waste time.
And why the hell would he put them back in after he'd taken them out himself? It just doesn't make sense. Why do all that work?
To waste our time.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
So, what happened then? Who put that stuff back in the Reds?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, the only way the bracelets turn off is if you die or if you escape, I think.
So, in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red.
Bingo! We have a winner.
But if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know that they fixed it.
Yeah,
But
no idea. Maybe if they come clean on that, it means we'd find out something else. Something bad.
Something bad?
Dunno. But whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding. Of course, it could have something to do with Snake's disappearance.
You think maybe they did something to Snake?
Yeah. Look, if you trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose. You've gotta be careful. The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back.
And that's that, I guess.
We've already been everywhere.
Snake hasn't been anywhere we've searched.
So we're gonna go ahead and actually wrap things up. 9 bracelet would be so useful. No joke. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up for today. It's been a blast. I know it's a little bit early, but I'm loving this game so far. It's cheesy. The writing's not the best. I don't love all the characters, but I'm actually really enjoying this game quite a bit. So it'd be Zero's lol. If you could just add a person but not add a value, that would be pretty amazing. But I gotta get heading out. I've got some meetings to get going to about DreamHack stuff. So hopefully it'll be good. It's been good seeing you guys. I don't have time to play us out, otherwise I totally would. Have a great one. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Have a great weekend. Actually, I'm gonna host somebody, so that way I don't just leave you guys hanging. Before we go, best waifu, Clover or June? Clover. Although she was being kind of rude to us, she did kind of have a disappearing brother, so it does seem reasonable. I know exactly who we're hosting. You guys hopefully aren't sick of her yet. Super sweetheart. Clover easy. Oops. That's not how you raid.